How's it going, everyone? My name is Sin, and welcome back to yet another Umineko no Naku Koro. This is going to be the true finale for episode 6, Dawn of the Golden Witch. And before I get into the theory in the beginning of this episode here, this video, if you don't follow my Twitter, or if you haven't seen my actually very latest stream, then you probably don't know that, unfortunately, because of a screw-up of mine, the audio was fucked up, and so now I have to sit here with this new background. I'm gonna get to that. I previously have recorded this already, the tea party, and the mystery !tea party segment. Got those done. I went to edit, and I noticed that my audio was fucked up. And so I have to re-record everything again. Everything. This sucks. I hate this so much. And yes, I did give a probably like 4-minute long rundown on my theory, but I'm not doing that again. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm not doing that again. I'll just give you the 10-second rundown of it. My theory is that it's Shannon and Kanon. 2 fragments, 1 human. There you go. Merry Christmas. If I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But anyway, I'm actually still very pissed off at myself. I really am. It's a hair in my mouth. Of course there is. Don't know where it came from. I'm just very disappointed in myself. And I'm sorry. That speech, not speech, but my 4-minute theory, it was really good. I was actually very proud of it. But I am not doing that again. If you want me to, I could give you I could write it down and put it down in the comments or in the description. I don't know. If that's what you want me to do. Because I am not saying all that again. It's going to be a ramblings of a madman. Anyway, I digress. Bito took Battler's hand and put a ring with the seal of the one-winged eagle on his finger.
いいのか?
領主はすでにあなたです。ですから、この指輪はバトラさんのものです。
本当にいいのか? これはお前が生み出した世界。そして、
はい。あなたと一緒になりたくて生み出した物語。だから、もうこの世界の目的は果たされました。だからこれからはあなたが紡いでください。私とあなたのこれからの物語を。てんじゃ、勝手が狂うか。領主のめんどくさい仕事を押し付けるだけよ。夫人は威張るだけでいいから実に気楽なことだ。わらわは日々を遊んでそなたが新しい物語を書くのを待てばいい。そして新しい物語のたびにそなたのためにどんな役でもこなそうぞ。凶悪な魔女でも好敵手でも恋人でも妻でも。
俺の物語は激しいぞ。朝から晩まで大忙しだ。
望むところよ。
Bito's hand relinquished the ring of the territory lord. From Battler, she received a silver ring with a crest that could only be worn by the wife of the territory lord. They exchanged their rings and their wedding was complete. Then the pair turned around, faced the packed crowd of guests, and raised their rings high. A thunderous applause ran out for them.
今宵の慶事を記念し、領主陛下より叙勲が与えられます。
呼ばれたる者は前へ。
At Bachelor's nod, Beto read the name of the first guest to be recognized.
Kanon, 前へ。
Oh boy, here we go. A girl goat pushed her way through the crowd, took off her mask, and yelled. Why are they wearing goat masks? I don't fucking know. Okay. A cloud of gold butterflies gathered before Bachelor and Beto, and it took the form of Kanon, kneeling in front of these two nobles. Kanon had already died and vanished. However, all of the dead revive in the Golden Land.
カノン、ここに。
そなたは囚われの身となっていた我が夫の危機に対し、これを救出し、永遠の牢獄に自ら残るという自己犠牲を見せた。その献身、叙勲に値する。よってその身の復活と士官を許可するものである。
はっ、ありがたき幸せ。
カノン君、ヨシア君、ヨシア君。
Jessica raced forward and landed, sobbing in Kanon's chest. Kanon patted her head gently and held her.
家具として使えるんじゃないぜ。人間として使えるんだぜ。そこの意味、理解してるよな。
はい。
After glancing at Jessica sobbing, he looked at Bachelor again and nodded forcefully.
そしてもう一組、後宮ジョージ、並びにシャノン、前へ。
はい。
George and Shannon were the next to be called. Perhaps they had already readied themselves. They walked forward boldly and kneeled.
後ろ宮ジョージ、ここに。
シャノン、ここに。
そなたらはゼパルとフルフルの試練を見事最後まで耐え抜いた。その見事な功績と愛情、決意と高潔さは模範としてこの上なく叙勲に値する。よって両名の結婚証明書を陛下の署名にて発行する。
ありがたき幸せ。
本証明書は何人たりとも異議申し立てすることはかなわない。叙勲者親族一同は心して祝福せよ。
つうわけだ。しがらみは一切なしで、どうか二人に米粒の雨をぶつけて祝福してやってくれ。よっ、おめでとう、ご両人。
When the Territory Lord clapped his hands in celebration, it spread throughout the entire cathedral. Then a group of goats in the front line of the crowd took their masks off one by one.
いいこと？あんまりしょっぱいお味噌汁作ったら許さないんだからね。それからジョージは少し太りやすいから砂糖は控えめに。
ジョージ、男は結婚したらな、親より嫁を大切にせなあかん。母さんが何を言ってもな、シャノンちゃんをしっかり守るんやで。
ああ、当然さ。
ジョージさん。ジョージはね、きっちり7時間寝ないとダメなのよ。夜更かしさせたら許さないんだからね。背中を流すのも耳の掃除も妻の仕事なのよ。そうだったんですか？ 私としたことが。
仕事内容は家による。
ルドルフさん、妻を大事にしてる？
してるじゃねえか。なんでそこ疑うんだよ。
お幸せにね、ご両人。結婚はゴールじゃないわ。むしろスタートよ。
おめでとう、おめでとう。うりゅう、おめでとう。
僕たちも負けてられないですね。
絶対負けねえぜ。畜生。
All of the Ushiromiya family, all of the servants, and all of the spirits and demons in attendance celebrated the honorees with an even greater applause.
これにて黄金の魔女によって紡がれる物語は幕を閉じる。最後は気分にて物語を結ぶのが良いだろう。以下は黄金の魔女の碑文より黄金鏡の章。魔女は賢者をたたえ4つの宝を与えるだろう。一つは黄金鏡のすべての黄金。一つはすべての死者の魂をよみがえらせ。一つは失った愛すらもよみがえらせ。一つは魔女を永遠に眠りにつかせよう。
安らかに眠れ、我が最愛の魔女ベアトリーチェ。
これでベアとは満足して眠りについたってこと？そう解釈するのが妥当であろう。それでゲームはお開きになったからお兄ちゃんは解放されるんでしょ？お兄ちゃんはどうなるの？さてどうなるやら。そのかけらの書物はそこまでの物語しか記しておらぬようだ。お兄ちゃんがどうなるか結局分からずじまいじゃない。
Nothing comes next for him. In the end, Oni-chan and the others never came back. Never come back. They reached the Golden Land and had a great time together there. Even if the tale tells us that, the truth is that everyone died in that huge accident.
でも
accident.
いろいろと興味深いことが知れたわ。あの島はやっぱりとんでもない幻想の島なのね。まったくだ。そしてそなたの朗読はとても素晴らしいものだった。なんだかぶっ通して6時間くらい映画を見せられたような疲労感だわ。疲れた。後宮エンジェ、本当にご苦労だった。我が退屈はそなたの朗読によって癒された。このフェザリーヌ、数えることも忘れて久しい年月ぶりに心よりそなたに感謝するぞ。感謝するなら私にも何か助訓してほしいわね。ふむ、何が良いか少し時間をもらおう。考える。
Feathering sat down in her rocking chair and rocked it. Of course, apparently trying to think of something.
後宮エンジェ、本当にご苦労だった。よくぞ最後まで朗読に付き合ってくれた。これにて我が巫女の任を解く。 そなたは元の世界に戻り、そなたに与えられた運命を再開するがいい。
やれやれ、とんだ寄り道だったって感じね。
すねるな。褒美は今考えている。そうだな。たまには少し。いや、もう随分とやっていない。壺のインクも干からびて墨になっていそうであるな。
Even after the tale ended, Ange and Hachijo's debate over it continued for quite some time. It had been very serious and fiery. Ange had acknowledged that this tale was no crazy literary work, but a new message bottle, which had drifted here once more from the Rokkenjima of 12 years previous to tell her of one truth, and it seemed as though she had found her own interpretation of the truth she thought the tale was trying to tell. Of course, that was only one truth, and it did not mean an end to her journey. However, maybe it can be viewed this way. It wasn't sufficient to fill the 12-year gap in her heart. However, at that moment, just enjoying the feeling along with the bitter coffee Hachijo had made was enough.
ありがとう。最後まで読んでくれて。
I thought it was tea, not coffee, but whatever.
そして、あなたの考えと感想をありがとう。きっと一番最初の無限の魔女も喜んでいると思います。
なんだ、素直にそういうことも言えるじゃない。最初っからそういう口調で喋ってれば、もっとファンも増えるんじゃない？
あなたという素晴らしい読者を称えているだけです。物言わぬ、考えることもできぬ豚どもに読ませるくらいならば、あなた一人のために原稿を記す方が、私に与えられた寿命という時間をよほど有意義に費やせると言いたいだけ。
だから、そういうことを言わなきゃいいのに。ま、一応は褒められたと思っておくわ。さて。
I get the feeling that I've spent a really, really long time here. It feels as though I've spent a major fraction of my life here. Though it should feel comfortable, sitting here on a sofa in someone else's home. For some strange reason, it feels as familiar as my own home. However, the clock says it's only been about 2 or 3 hours since I met her. My sense of time feels very strange.
お連れの方は遅いですね。
長電話かしら。男のくせに気持ち悪いやつ。
He said he was going to make a scheduled report to Okanogi-san, didn't he? Even though he was told that he could use the phone here, he declined and went to look for a public phone somewhere. Ain't that fucking suspicious? Something about how he didn't want to risk being bugged. He's a moron, so I'll let him do what he wants.
公衆電話って遠いんですか？
通りに出てずっと下っていけば角のお店にありますよ。
これでおいとまします。これ洋館代にでも。
そのお金をあなたに払ったら、また来て私の新しい原稿を読んで感想を聞かせてくれますか？
札束払ってまで私みたいな可愛くない女に原稿を読んでほしいんですか？
いいえ、あなたは本当に良い、よく考える読者だった。あなたのような人を探すために私たちは物語を紡ぎ世に放っているのです。
褒めすぎだわ。私は読書に感情移入しすぎるタイプなだけよ。 この短くない時間を割いてくれたお礼に、いつかきっとあなたの物語を書きましょう。またあんたの義書に私が登場するの？今度はマシな殺し方を頼むわ。あなたは奇跡はお好き？ご都合主義？昔は嫌いだったけど、最近は大歓迎よ。ただ、口が肥えてるんで、ビルから飛び降りて無傷なくらいじゃ、もう奇跡には入れてないけど。では、そんなあなたが奇跡に思える物語を、やがて、いつか。どうも。突然押しかけて、ひどいことばっかり言ってすみませんでした。いいえ、有意義な対談でしたよ。編集局長さんにまたあなたとの対談をセッティングしてもらおうかしら。その機会がまたあるならね。See you again. Have a nice day. ええ、またいつかあなたの真実にたどり着けますように。ありがとう。もしあなたの真実にたどり着けたなら、あなたの真実もいつか物語にしてみてください。あんたらの魔女仲間になれと？どうかしら。文字書くの苦手だし、良き読者が良き執筆者とは限らないわよ。いやいや、全く。私も人の本は全く読めませんし。やれやれ。じゃあこれで。あなたとはこれで二度と会わないだろうけれど、いつかどこかで別のあなたにまた会える幸運を祈っています。最後に一つだけ。どうぞ。物語の中に登場したフェザリーヌって魔女、あれはあんたよね？語るのもおこがましいですが、そのつもりです。こういう質問もおかしいんだけど、あんたがフェザリーヌなの？フェザリーヌがあんたなの？さて、何の話やら。
That mysterious woman was mysterious to the last. And so the day of which I had no memories ended, and on the following day I would take a boat to Najima. I'll probably never meet her again. However, that just means that I won't meet her. So some other me might meet her somewhere down the road. Just as I have reached several truths, they must also want to reach the truth. So long, Feathering. If you ever write a decent story, please call me again. If I'm free, I might drop by. Cute. Ha ha.
おかげさまで、こんな豪勢なエスコートは初めてですぜ。おこのぎの旦那も招待したいくらいだ。
遠慮すら。もう俺は年だ。飛んだり跳ねたりは卒業したぜ。
The person on the other end of the line was Okanogi. Okanogi was also a man who tended to move from place to place, so it hadn't been easy to catch him even on the phone.
こっちゃクールな旅をしてますんで、今んところ飛んだり跳ねたりの必要はありません。
スマデラカスミが死に物狂いで探している。情報屋の話じゃ、すでにロッケン島への足まで用意させてるらしい。鉢合わせするぜ。
予定通りですかね。
せいぜい5、6人前後のグループだろう。武装もおそらく拳銃程度。お前の敵じゃない。好きに暴れろ。だが確実に殺せ。お前好みのおもちゃは用意できたか？
もちろん。 旦那もよくこんなもんが国内で手配できるもんだ。
Behind Amakusa was the rental car that they'd borrowed under a false name, inside of which was now a black golf bag.
スマデラ本家も了承済みだが、終わったらとっとと日本を離れろ。今度は成田でカップ麺を箱で買うのを忘れるんじゃねえぜ。
今度は気をつけますって。ちょろい仕事です。
あと、例の件も分かってるよな。
例の件はて何のことやら。
とぼけやがって。まあいいさ。お前はなんだかんだ言って昔から俺の期待を裏切らない男さ。お前さえ要領が良けりゃ手を汚さずに済む。いくらでもやりようがある
さ。何の話か分かりかねますぜ。
エンジェちゃんもかわいそうな子なのは分かってんだ。ならそうと真相の令状らしく振る舞ってくれりゃいいんだが、エヴァさん亡き後、俺たちは結束していくことで合意してんだ。みこしは大事だが少々よろしくない。世界平和のためにも
な。流れ次第ってことですぜ。スマデラの黒服がマシな銃の撃ち方をしてくれりゃいいんだが。なんです旦那。
まさかほんの数日の逃避行でエンジェちゃんとできちまったわけじゃねえだろうな。
あんなちちくせえ小娘にご冗談を。
いや俺は別にいいんだぜ。お前もようやく女にちょっかいを出すくらいには吹っ切れたってことじゃねえか。世界の半分は女なんだぜ。一人や二人でうじうじしてたら身が持たねえぜ。
おっと、噂すりゃなんとやらだ。お嬢が来ました。そんじゃこれで新島の宿に着いたら連絡しますぜ。それじゃ。
Ange was walking down the street. Why'd she have to do that when I told her to wait for me to come back? If only she wasn't like this, she might have lived a long life.
ずいぶん長電話だったのね。待ち疲れたからおいとましてきたわ。
すみませんすみません。お嬢はどうでした？何か面白いことは分かりましたかい？
面白かった。収穫はそれだけよ。
そいつはクールだ。
After Amakusa opened the passenger's side door, Ange got in the car. Amakusa quickly went around to the driver's seat.
じゃあ港へ向かいます。旦那の情報じゃスマデラ家が網を張ってるらしいですぜ。
それに引っかかるようなら、私の運もその程度。引っかからないなら、ロッケン島は私を待ってるわ。任せましょう、運に。
運か。
どうするか決めかねているとき、あるいはどうでもいいとき。コイントスのように、運命に身を任すのも悪いことじゃないわ。
へへ、なら俺もそいつに任せてみますかね。嫌いじゃねえや、そういうの。
ボディーガードが運任せとか言い出したわ。最悪。
旦那との電話のせいですっかりオチを読み損ねちまった。あの後どうなったんですかい？聞かせてくださいよ。
嫌よ、教えないわ。
そりゃ残念。
The car dashed through the hilly town. That car wouldn't return to Hachijo's house for all eternity. However, Ange didn't get sentimental about it. For now, she just wanted to silently consider the new message bottle that the current endless witch, Hachijo Tohya, had given her. In the rear-view mirror, the town where a witch lived faded off into the distance. However, that scene wasn't reflected in Ange's eyes. And that's that. And now I got to redo the other one. Yippee! Alright, so let's go ahead and continue, shall we?
Ramda. どこ?
Just having to say that felt like admitting defeat, and I didn't like it. Why is it that she's always so obnoxious and clingy when I don't need her, and then won't answer when I call her name? Where even am I? Annoyed by the completely predictable ending, I'd left the cathedral. I'd planned on finding some terrace with a cool night's breeze to kill time, until the end of that farcical reception.
確かに人の顔を見たくなかったから人気のない方へばかり進んだけど
Such a farce!
さすがにこれはいないにも程があるわ
I, the great Burn Castle, am lost? A miracle like that certainly wouldn't happen. Yes, miracles don't exist in this world. To create a miracle, you need an amount of time that can never be reached. A period that's no different from infinity. So, when something that appears to be a miracle happens in a shorter span of time than that, it is not a miracle, but the product of someone's design. In other words, the reason I'm walking down this corridor is because someone's design has forced me here.
誰? こんな手の込んだ真似で私を呼ぶのはよっぽどの恥ずかしがり屋みたいねこんな人気のないところに呼び出すんだから
Then, from the other end of the dark corridor, I heard a sound. It sounded as though some small animal, like a dog or a cat, was walking at a quick pace. No miracle could cause a dog or a cat to be in a place like this. Such a miracle would not be allowed. Since it isn't a miracle, that means I'm being guided in that direction. Very well. This might be some new theme to keep me entertained. If this is some new joke of Lambda's, I'll cover her whole body with honey using my tongue as a reward. That's disturbing. And then I'll stick parasol chocolates into her eyes and tell her to never do it again. Okay. In the direction the noise had come from, it was not only dim, but shrouded in complete darkness. However, I could sense something in that darkness. Woohoo! There were two emerald green glints, probably cat eyes. The eyes of a black cat that peered through the darkness.
あなたが呼んだの? それともあなたが使い?
Oh my god, they gone red. When I looked at my feet, I saw red cat footprints leading towards those cat eyes. The marks were unsettling, as though the cat had run through a pool of blood. When my eyes adjusted to the darkness, Then even with the lack of light, I was vaguely able to make out these red footprints. They weren't actually glowing or anything, but they served perfectly well as a signpost leading me onwards. As though it was telling me to follow, the cat turned around and dashed off into the darkness. What is it? Something feels very strange. It's a feeling I haven't felt since I began calling myself the cruelest witch in the world. I can't quite remember what this feeling is. Still, for one as tired of boredom as me, it's surely more fun this way. I followed the bloody footprints of the cat, which would sometimes stop and look back at me, and walked on and on through the dark corridor. Forward, turn, head down what appeared to be stairs from time to time, and then, though I couldn't really tell because of the darkness, it went in through the crack of a door. I pushed the door open slowly, but it was dark on the inside, just like the corridor. However, the air and the slight change in the echoes made by the footsteps, told me that this was a room, not a corridor. The sounds of a cat's footsteps were gone. However, the bloody footprints remained. On the other side of some sort of wooden screen, under what looked like a small spotlight, there was that same black cat gobbling down some blood-stained pet food. I see. So, this is its reward for bringing me here.
猫、お食事中悪いけれど、そろそろあんたの主人を呼んでちょうだい。それともまさか、あんたが私を呼んだ本人ってわけじゃないわよね。
Talking to it didn't cause it to turn around. Well, I guess it is an animal eating its food. If I kick it away, it will probably run off to its owner. When I did kick the cat, it sailed away like a stuffed animal, hit the wall, and fell to the ground. Then it vanished, melting into the darkness. What's with this cat? Is it just an illusion? When I looked at its food plate, it was piled up with what appeared to be blood-drenched raw meat. It was as though someone had torn apart living flesh on the spot and piled it up on there.
なんなの？この趣味の悪い艦隊は。
You think this is creepy? Not just a few episodes, you had fucking Battler Sister fucking melted right there and then into a puddle of fucking blood, guts, and meat. No bones, just meat. Like, hello? It's basically the same thing you just... Okay.
蹴るとはひどいことをする。
And there's Feathery, oh my god. So basically, when I first recorded this, I went like, I fucking knew it. And blah blah blah, first Miko, or the previous Miko, and yeah, okay. I thought I would just tell you that because I knew Burn Crystal was something in regards to Featherine, but damn. Anyway, the instant I heard that voice, the hairs on the back of my neck stood on end. Then the surrounding area finally brightened up. However, Burncastle had already guessed where this was before it grew bright. Ah, she kicked herself. That's nice.
肉を食らい選ぶ道もあることを学んだ猫よ。久しぶりであるな。
あんたが教えなきゃ気づかずに済んだ道よ。
In my first recording of this, I think I realized this. Featherine is the one that put Bernkestel throughout the whole, Higurashi, right? I believe so, anyway.
肉の味を教えた化け物。
Right.
生き返ったのね。フェザリーヌ・アウアウローラ。
アウグストゥス・アウローラであると、そなたには何度教えても覚えぬな。よい。それもまた懐かしい。噂は聞き及んでいるぞ。奇跡の魔女ベルンカステルを名乗り、あまり褒められぬかけら遊びをして回っていると
な。あんたの真似をしてるだけよ。到底及びやしないけれど、もし私の噂がよからぬものならば、あんたはそれに100をかけるべきだわ。
Bernkestel sat unreservedly in an antique chair, as though she was already familiar with this place.
何を怯えているか。私はこれまでで最も長く過ごした巫女との再会を喜んでいるだけであろうが、使いの猫がそんなにも気に入らなかったか。
Bernkestel's manner seemed completely relaxed. However, Feathering admonished her, telling her not to be afraid. And, judging by the expression that had risen to Burns' face, Feathering had been right on the mark.
私に対する当てつけにも程があるわ。血の足跡を残しながら歩き、血まみれの肉を頬張る猫なんてね。
Oh my god!
にも程があるのよ。
Oh, I thought she was done. Whoops.
怯えるな。よく見よ。血まみれの肉を頬張る猫などどこにいる？
It was an illusion!
そなたを迎えに行った褒美にビスケットの皿を与えただけではないか。
That looks nothing like biscuits, but sure. It was as though soot covering the plate at her own feet had blown away, even though there was no wind. There lay an adorable and perfectly normal cat dish, with a pile of small biscuits on top of it. Little treats. Bernkestel didn't even hide her displeased grimace. Feathering shrugged and muttered, "You haven't changed, child of man," as she rocked her rocking chair. Rocking. Rocky rocker rock.
相変わらず不愉快なやつだわ。でもね、今は愉快よ。
Are you? Because that's not a happy face you're showing right there.
あんたの真似をしてるとね、本当に退屈しないわ。
なじれ、好きに。かつて別れに際し、そなたに許した置き土産だ。
口の悪い巫女は退屈しないから好き。
Ow!
なんだっけ？
My hand!
バカバカしい。あんたを喜ばせるくらいなら口をつぐむわ。それで何の用？
ベアトリーチェのゲームがバトラの勝利によって終わったそうだな。感激していた。なかなか面白かった。
私が無様な役で、それは面白かったでしょうよ。
とんでもない。なかなか光栄であった。ベアトもそなたに感謝しているだろ
う。それでベアトのゲームのかけらを朗読しろって言うならお断りよ。私はもうあんたの巫女じゃない。
私はベアトのゲームをすべて感激してきた。ラムダデルタのゲームもバトラのゲームも興味深く感激させてもらった。 一応すべての謎に私なりの答えを用意できたつもりでいる。犯人、動機、個別のトリック。
Yeah, I think I got the culprit and the motive down. That was in my fucking 4-minute theory. But of course, again, I'm not gonna say it. I'll type it down. I don't know if I'm gonna put it in the description or in the comments, but yeah, I'll just write it all down. But I'm not gonna fucking sit here saying it all over again, so yeah.
碑文の謎は最後がギリギリわからぬが、私が実際に六軒島に行き検証すればわかる程度のレベルまでの推理は持っている。それで無論真実は一つでない以上、私の推理も許される可能性の中の一つに過ぎぬだろう。しかしそれは可能性の範囲内であり、さまつな問題だ。
何よ、あんた、私とベアとのゲームの論争がしたいの？
違う。したいのは答え合わせだ、人の子よ。
Those words of Etherine's made Berngestel straighten up. Her old master did not fail to notice that small reaction.
そなたも出演者として参照のように物語を盛り上げてきた。その過程で多くの真実も知るだろう。しかしベアトが巧みに隠してきたいくつかの謎についてはそなたも知らぬのではないか？
なるほど。
Alright, she's not saying it, so I will. You want to use me to chew apart and string out the guts of something again.
感激を終えればパンフレットを読み舞台裏を知るのは、そなた風に言うなら食後にたしなむ紅茶のようなものだ。それはたしなみだが欠かすことはできぬ。
生きてるうちはめでて遊んで、死んだら肉を食らってご機嫌満腹。あんたにとって猫は二度役に立つわけだわ。死ね、化け物。
Damn.
答え合わせがしたい。そなたも知りたいはずだ。ベアとの亡骸を葬ると思い、その葬儀をそなたに執り行ってほしいということだ。それならばどうか、人の子よ。
多少は私好みな頼み方になってきたわ。
When Featherine snapped her fingers, a thin spotlight appeared on the table, which was covered with cluttered books. There lay a folded version of the game board for Bito's game. The Witch of Thetagon spun her finger in a circle, and the game board opened up by itself, showing the black and white pieces lined up inside it.
ゲーム版もコマもすべて揃っている。過去のゲームの寄付もすべて揃っている。
With a rustling sound, the book flipped through all its pages, of its own accord, front to back, shut itself, and flew to the side of the game board, where it waited. Inside it, all of the movements of the pieces during previous games were recorded.
なるほど。足りないのはプレイヤーと解説者だけってわけ。
紅茶も足りぬな。梅干しも足りぬか。もちろん用意しよ
う。いいわ。それにからし大福もつけてくれたら手を打つわ。
交渉は成立だ。
条件が一つ。
ほう、それは何か。
朗読者は私よ。私、愛がないからいろいろとおかしな解釈をしてしまうかもしれない。でもどう読むか、どう抑揚をつけるかは朗読者の自由よ。
私は答え合わせがしたいだけだ。 物語になど興味はない。そなたがどんな物語を紡ごうと全く興味がない。なるほど。ようやくそなたが何をしたいのか分かった。
飲むでしょ、条件。
いいだろう。私は答えが知りたい。そなたは鬱憤が晴らしたい。交渉は成立だ。
When Feathering snapped her fingers once more, a large chair appeared as though beckoning Bernkastel to sit there. It was a throne, horribly mismatched with the furnishings of this room. Wait, I've seen this before. This is...
認めようぞ。座るがよい。
I'm still bothered by that. I don't know what the hell she's referring to. What? What's in this picture that okay. Son of a bitch.
ゲームマスターはそなただ。
Yeah, I guess I'll find out.
いいのね。
I'll find it out. Maybe. I don't know.
本当にいいのね。
そなたの鬱憤が晴れるような好きな物語を紡げばいい。私には興味ないことだ。ただし、私からも条件を一つ。私の求める答え合わせをすべてせよ。隠し事も包み隠しもごまかしも一切なしだ。
任せなさい。腹渡引き裂いて中身をすべて引きずり出すのは私の最も得意とするところ。あんたの仕込みだもの。
紅茶を入れよう。魔法でなく私自らの手でな。主が巫女に茶を入れて信ぜようぞ。
かつてベアトは私に紅茶を飲むなら魔女とに限ると言ったわ。
我らにはどうやら違うようだな。
At some point, that dish piled with biscuits had once again been covered with a mountain of torn apart meat and a splatter of red. No, not just meat, even the bowels.
紅茶を飲むなら
化け物同士に限るわ。
Joining hands with your basically fucked up captor of from the this is fucked up. Alright, so basically just episode 7 is gonna be like a bloodbath. I feel like it's just gonna be a mess. Oh my god. It's gonna be a massacre. Alright. Well, I really need to finish Higurashi. That way I can start the anime of Higurashi Gao. Is that how it's pronounced? Gao? Gao? Whatever. Whatever. But yeah, I really need to I need to finish Higurashi. Which I may actually take a break from this before I start episode 7 and finish the rest of episode 8 for Higurashi. Because I really need to finish it. I really do. I've been procrastinating that for a long time now. And, like, what? There's only, like, a little bit left of it. So, yeah, I just need to finish it. So, yeah. It may be, like, a week or two before I upload episode 7. And while during that, I'll, record and finish Higurashi and upload to that, probably as just one whole video. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. But anyway, that's that. Yeah. So after seeing this... Oh, there's even more. I forgot about this.
駒の準備を始めるの。
I forgot about this. Holy shit, alright.
投資番号で言うと第7のゲーム。そうなる。縁起のいい数字だ。
Fortuitous number.
それはベアトにとってではない。
But not for... I don't understand what they mean by this. Why not for Beto? Huh. Brunnkestel slowly picked up a black piece. It was the piece that represented Beatrice. It was sometimes a king, sometimes a queen, and could become a knight. So this runs along with my theory as well, for who Beatrice is. King, I think, is Kanon. Queen is Shannon, and could become a knight. So there's a mysterious third person mixed in with Beatrice? I honestly don't know. Which, I mean, if there is, then I actually don't know who the fuck that would be. I don't know. Huh. So I wonder if I am only partially correct in my theory, and I'm missing a single piece that I haven't gotten yet. If so, that's interesting, and hopefully I can get that revealed maybe 7 or 8, I don't know. I don't know if they ever do. I don't know. But I wonder if I am correct in my already established theory there. Anyway. However, that was only if it got promoted. Right. Until then, it was only a trash piece, like a pawn. Ouch. First comes the placing of the pieces. By this point, the witch's game has already begun. Brunnkestel took Beto's piece and raised it high.
初手、配置、D8、ベアトリーチェ。
And I don't know chess much, so I don't know what D8. I don't know that area. I'll have to look it up later. When the seagulls cried, there were no survivors. Fantastic. Okay, now that's the... Okay, now we're done. Alright, so now we can finally get into 7. But, as I said, I need to finish Higurashi. I need to get that up. And I need to finish it, like, real soon. And then I'll get on to episode 7 of Umineko. So that's that. Yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I'm terribly sorry that my initial reactions to everything was basically erased because of my fuck up and I had to re-record everything. But that's that. Mistakes happen. Fuck ups happen. And yeah, I apologize again. But anyway, if you did enjoy this video and enjoy the finale, the true end of episode 6, Dawn of the Golden Witch, please leave a like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because there will be more Umineko and Higurashi. I will post that finale up soon. Hopefully, if I can get shit done in a timely manner, because scheduling is a fucking hellhole right now. Also, if you want to support me and support the channel, there is a link to the Patreon in the description, as well as if you want to follow for any updates. Go ahead and give the link to my Twitter a click and a follow, because I do post regular updates on the daily. So there's that. And yeah, while you wait for episode 7, if you want to watch previous episodes of mine on this series, the link to the playlist is also in the description. But I digress, and I will finish my ramblings. So see you all next time. And as a reminder, please stay sinful, folks.